Welcome to the Joblogic Engineer Setup area. Here you can set up your engineers, giving Joblogic all their details, their costings, which will help with invoicing and financial reporting, as well as storing their certificates, ID and any accreditations. So let's get you started setting an engineer up. First, we're going to use our menu on the left hand side, hover over our users/engineers section and click on the invite engineer option. With this open, you're now prompted to put an address in for the engineer and find their address. Here you can use their personal address should you wish to, or you can simply use your business address. Once you have their address ready, you can now enter their name, then moving down the screen to fill in the last two sections. The mobile details section is the area where you will set up your engineer and invite them to use the mobile application. If you don't want to, you can simply just put an email address in there that you wish to use for them, but not tick the box for the mobile application. And finish off with putting their contact details in. When you tick to set up the engineer and invite them to use mobile, what your engineer will get is an email like this. Here they simply click on the activate button and enter the password themselves they wish to use on the mobile application. Now with my engineer created, my screen has refreshed and it's asking me to put in further details should I require them. So if we look at the main screen first, the engineer details screen, you can see our information we've put in here, but what you've also got are these four sections which you can add further information to. So I'm going to go ahead and click on edit. I can now select the branch or the area should I wish to pocket my engineer to a specific area, or as we showed you in the earlier tutorials, I can keep him UK wide. I can also determine his employment level, his class to my company. So I can select one of those menus, and again I can add his trade. Once I have that set up, I can put in any appropriate registration numbers for this engineer by simply typing in there, and also it's asking me for their costing rate. This is the cost rate of the engineer to your business per hour. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill these in, as this is going to help me with my costing and invoicing section later on. Remember, this is going to speed up my costing and invoicing inside the system, so this is a big help to you using Joblogic. Once I'm happy, I hit the save button and my engineer details are fully set up. What we've also got at the top is again the address map of where they're located, and we're again back to the notes section that you find in many sections in Joblogic. Here you can store any public or private notes about this engineer. For instance, like so. Once I'm happy, I simply hit add. What you also have in this screen is an attachment section. Now the attachment section, like the notes section, has a public and a private area. So your private attachments will be seen by the office only, but your public attachments can work in two ways. Firstly, your office can see the public attachments, but secondly, your engineers, should you wish them to do so, can also see public attachments attached to their file. So for instance, if you wanted to keep a copy of their ID, their driving license, their accreditations, any qualifications, and so on, linked to their public attachments, this means that on their mobile device they will be able to access these public attachments, which will come in handy on certain sites should your customers require to see them. So let's go ahead and put one of those in. Like so. So I have my attachments, my notes, my address map, my engineer's details, and that's my engineer fully set up.